now.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining in this lovely sunny day, wherever you are. So I think we start with Jennifer. Jennifer, your paper was published now.
Yes.
Yes, so tell me now, what are you up to? What projects are you working on?
So I haven't started on anything else since it was published. I think it was published Tuesday. And I was kind of waiting for direction, especially because Maura's not here. So I'm kind of open to any project that we think would be of value.
Okay. I think for a while you did work on private sector. Would you like to look at private sector in terms of partnership with public sector on security issues? Is that something interesting to you?
Yes, I can start to get a pulse on that and find a good kind of storyline this week.
Greg, what do you think?
Well, that sounds good. That's I think that's kind of next on our agenda. We've done some poking at it, but it'd be nice to do something more systematic if that appeals to you, Jennifer. That'd be great.
Yes, that sounds great. Sounds interesting. So I'll like look around in the next few days and find something and get started.
Yeah, and I think it's actually very important and upcoming kind of topic, because there is a need for them to work with one another, and how that would be translated in reality. And even you can expand it to the critical systems, which was what Dan was working. So how partnership should take place on that one.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, okay. So next, Leo, maybe you want to talk about your project. I haven't heard, you weren't here last week. I don't know if you continue working with ECHO.
Yeah, hello everyone. And yeah, apologies for not making it last week. So my progress right now is that ECHO and I have been working on the 5G paper. Right now we're, from my estimate, finished about 70% of the first draft. Our progress has been a bit slower than I'd like, because our time zone differences made it a bit hard to coordinate, and we've been writing our sections a bit independently, so we're trying to make them flow together a bit more. So I'm looking to set up a meeting with ECHO next week as soon as I can, to kind of get our bearings,
and
make our paper more cohesive.
Okay. Yep. What is your deadline? Basically, when do you think we could have the white paper ready?
Well, that depend on what ECHO's schedule is, because I'm not very sure as to how fast she can finish her sections. But I think a rough estimate would be by the end of July.
Okay, so July. Okay, not longer. It's in 4 weeks.
Yeah, because we have all of the research we need. It
really is good stuff.
Yeah,
great.
It's really just just to say, I put it into a separate folder. So I'm hoping to get some comments maybe from Paul and Professor Godinez. So we're gonna try and get that done in like light speed in the next month or so.
Leo, Maura may not be able to help. She has some health issues. So if you had something that you need to discuss, maybe you can discuss it with me or Greg. But Maura, has unfortunately, she has some health issues she needs to focus on. So
okay, all right. Thanks for letting me know. Also, I had another. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I had another question. Are we allowed to cite Michel? Anything that he said in our phone calls with him, like as an interview or as like a presentation? Yeah, we are.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. And but whatever we cite, I think we should double check with him, because usually, especially when it's on a telephone conversation or casual conversation, to double check with him to make sure he's happy with the sites. But yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Because a lot of the parts of his call that I wanted to cite were usually in the Q&A section, where he's giving his own perspective that might be different from what we see from the GSMA or from the big sources. So I just wanted to see if that's, so I'll email him or ask you to email him to see if anything's fine to say.
Yeah, usually when I put the site, then I send it to them and show to the person and ask whether they're happy with the citation, whether I completely accurately citing them. In other words, am I quoting them accurately? So they may want to change a word or two, so I will give them that opportunity.
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah. Greg, any comments?
No, that sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, one more thing, Leo, your paper, beyond the explaining 5G, then what is the focus of your paper?
Well, for the first, at least the initial plan was for the white paper just to be on the technical aspects of 5G as like a first parter. And it will be a separate paper about the focus of Latin American and Southeast Asian countries and how they're going to approach 5G rollout. So it was going to be two different papers. So the first white paper is more of like an introductory paper into just the technology side, and the focus of that would just be explaining it as simply as possible so that non-technical experts can understand it.
So in this paper, we are not putting anything about geopolitics of 5G. It's just a technology explanation.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any comments, Greg?
No, in some ways it's hard to explain the basics without getting into geopolitics a bit because of Huawei and China, those issues. So I assume you'll touch on them at least, right?
Yeah, that's definitely what I meant to say, is that it will be touched on, but it won't be the focus, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think then probably we will have second paper which focuses more on those issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, sounds great. And then Darius, you said you're not able to talk. So is there anything you can text it? Is there anything you want to discuss? And I know your paper is almost done. So where we are standing with your paper, Darius? Let me see if I can see what you're writing. Okay, Darius says my paper is now fully done. As far as I know, done with all citation now. Okay, Darius, then me and Greg will go through it, and if it's ready, it will be published soon. I will be in touch with you. Greg, have you seen the latest version?
I have not seen the latest, no.
Okay, I know that he added a lot of images and maps. Let me see. He's typing. Okay, and the mapping component, working on research for Haley. Okay, and the mapping component. So Darius, is mapping component gonna be integrated in this paper, or is it gonna be different? To find better into info than CIA Facebook. Fact book, okay. So do you see that comment, Greg?
Yes, yes.
Ghazala is one of our interns who works on sustainability, Greg.
Okay, he's here, so.
She is.
She, oh, sorry.
Yeah, she's from Pakistan. All right. Paper can stand alone. Okay, so Darius, if you think paper can stand alone, then I will look at it. Greg is going to look at it, and then we will get back to you. And then how mapping is going to stand alone, going to be a standalone component? How does that's going to work? Because I thought mapping is going to enhance your paper. Yes, mapping will enhance. Okay, in this case, don't you think it's better to publish it when we can add the mapping to it? Okay, all right, Darius, I got you. So in this case, we're gonna read your paper, but we won't publish it until the mapping comes and becomes added component. Is that what you're saying? Or do you want us to publish it and then update it in a later date? Murashi said paper can stand alone and then mapping can be added later to strengthen. All right. Okay.
Let's take a look at it and,
All right.
and see if it
Yes.
makes sense.
Exactly. We look at it and we will see what's the best approach for it. Because also I don't want the information to get too old. So yeah, we may do that. We will look at it and we will let you know. So next with Anna, I already spoke. So Anna is going to publish our wiki page, waiting for a link from me. And next one is Ghazala. Is there anything you want to discuss, Ghazala? Ghazala? Okay, it seems she doesn't have a voice. She had problem joining. So, okay, Ghazala, if you're here and if you can speak, she can't. Okay, that doesn't matter. Is there anything, anyone's Ghazala voice issue? Okay, no problem, Ghazala. I have seen your paper. I think I don't like the way you basically removed all the information I gave you in the original one and you put new information. It looks like it's a new document, but I asked you to update the original one. It's okay if you, some places you delete a paragraph, but if you delete the whole paper, then it's not the same paper. So I think you should look at it carefully and see how you can integrate your project with that project rather than giving me a new project. So we can discuss it later over the phone, but I had a brief look at it and I noticed you basically deleted everything and you put new information. So that's not what I asked. Is there anything anyone else want to discuss? No? Is there a comment from you, Greg?
No.
Okay, then thank you everybody for being here. Have a wonderful
Very
week.
good week. Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, we will continue our conversation with those of you we decided, and I think the rest, they know what they're doing. Take care and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.